In this lesson, we will provide a simple strategy for creating paragraphs or paragraph outlines. It's called the 5 W's 1 H strategy. We will use the paragraph outline theory as already taught. Topic sentence, 5 supporting details, clincher sentence, a total of 7 sentences, 7 perfect and simple sentences. Suppose the topic sentence of a paragraph is as follows: Jake hates school. I chose this topic sentence not because I want to focus on the negative of school, but rather because this topic is easy to develop. It's easy to think of the bad things associated with school. Just doing this exercise brought back some very good primary and high school memories. I wasn't always so innocent. Okay, here's the question. How will we determine the 5 supporting details for that topic sentence? Do they just pop out of your head? Or is there some kind of strategy, some kind of simple way to brainstorm those supporting details? Yes, there is a simple strategy. It's called the 5 W's 1 H strategy. And what do I mean by the 5 W's and the 1 H? The first W, why? The second W, when? The third W, what? The fourth W, who? And the fifth W, where? That makes 5 W's. The H means how. We use the topic sentence and the 5 W's and 1 H to create 6 different questions. Here is a list of 6 possible questions that could be made from the topic sentence, Jake hates school. Why? Why does Jake hate school? When? When does Jake hate school? What? What does Jake hate about school? Who? Who makes Jake hate school? Where? Where does Jake hate school? And finally, the H, how? How does Jake show that he hates school? Each of these questions creates a different set of answers, a different simple paragraph, a different simple outline. This task of finding possible questions can be done for any topic sentence. So let's begin with the first question, the why question. Why does Jake hate school? Let's brainstorm some answers. Here we go. 1. Jake hates school because he can't play video games. 2. Jake hates school because he doesn't like to read. 3. Jake hates school because he is very lazy. 4. Jake hates school because he is constantly teased by other children. 5. Jake hates school because he doesn't like speaking in front of the class. You will note that normally I would brainstorm 7 or 8 answers and then choose the 5 best. But for the sake of time, I will write down only 5 answers. Now, I make the paragraph outline. I will also add a clincher sentence that reflects the topic sentence. Note that I will not include the first part of the sentence, and I will not include the word because. Let's read out loud the paragraph outline. But before I read, however, let me remind you that we must read with feeling. We must make the words in the paper come alive. Note that I have put the paragraph outline in paragraph form, and I have given the paragraph an appropriate title based on the clincher sentence. So here we go. Not for Jake. Jake hates school. He can't play video games. He doesn't like to read. He is very lazy. He is constantly teased by other children. He doesn't like speaking in front of the class. School is not for Jake. Now we will use the second question, the when question. When does Jake hate school? We'll brainstorm some answers for this question as well. Jake hates school when the teacher gives too much homework. Jake hates school when the principal disciplines him. Jake hates school when other students tease him. Jake hates school when afternoon sports are canceled. Jake hates school when he needs to study extra for examinations. Once again, I make the paragraph outline. I will also add a clincher sentence that reflects the topic sentence. Note that the topic sentence is identical to the first paragraph. It doesn't change, but the content of the paragraph does change. Note as well that I will not include the first part of the sentence, and I will not include the word when. Reading time again. And don't forget the feeling. If you need to move your hands or make faces, by all means do so. The point is to make the reading come alive. Once again, note that I have put the paragraph outline in paragraph form, and I have given the paragraph an appropriate title based on the clincher sentence. No fun at all. Jake hates school. The teacher gives too much homework. The principal disciplines him. Other students tease him. After school sports are always canceled. He needs to study extra for examinations. School is no fun at all. This paragraph outline and this paragraph is based on the question, when does Jake hate school? Now we will use the third question, or the what question. What does Jake hate about school? Like before, we will brainstorm. And here we go. 1. Jake hates riding the bus every morning. 2. Jake hates listening to morning announcements. 3. Jake hates most of the cafeteria food. 4. Jake hates English and math classes. 5. Jake hates the homework that teachers give. And like before, we now make the paragraph outline. And of course, we use the very same topic sentence, and we add a clincher. Notice that I will change the word Jake to he. Here comes the reading part again. Remember voice, hands, facial gestures. It must come alive. It must be real. Quit school. Jake hates school. He hates riding the bus every morning. He hates listening to morning announcements. He hates most of the cafeteria food. He hates English and math classes. He hates the homework that teachers give. He wants to quit school. All these sentences are based on the question, what does Jake hate about school? And so, we continue with the fourth question, the who question. Who makes Jake hate school? And we use the same topic sentence again. And we add a clincher. And here is the first idea. Mr. Park makes him run 10 laps around the track for PE. The secretary gives him demerits for coming late. The principal accuses him for no reason. Mrs. Young gives way too much homework. The watchman tells him to fix his uniform all the time. Here's the paragraph outline for the question, who makes Jake hate school? Don't forget that we must read. So, I read. Jake hates school. Mr. Park makes him run 10 laps around the track for PE. The secretary gives him demerits for coming late. The principal accuses him for no reason. Mrs. Young gives way too much homework. The security man tells him to fix his uniform all the time. These people make Jake despise school. Don't forget that this paragraph outline answers the question, who makes Jake hate school? We move on to the fifth question, the where question. Where does Jake hate school? 1. Jake hates math class. 2. Jake hates English class. 3. Jake definitely hates physical education classes. 4. Jake also hates flag raising activities. And 5. But most of all, Jake hates the principal's office. Once again, we'll do the paragraph outline. No surprises. We will use the same topic sentence and make a clincher sentence. Note that we are using the pronoun he. And yes, you guessed it. We must give the paragraph an appropriate title. And yes, we must read. Sick of it. Jake hates school. He hates math class. He hates English class. He definitely hates physical education classes. He also hates flag raising activities. But most of all, he hates the principal's office. He is sick of school. This paragraph outline, or paragraph, answers the question, where does John hate school? This was the last of the 5 W's. We are now going to move on to the last question, the H question. How does Jake show that he hates school? Jake shows that he hates school by giving the teachers extra trouble. Jake shows that he hates school by smoking cigarettes in the bathroom. Jake shows that he hates school by not studying for his quizzes and tests. Jake shows that he hates school by disrespecting teachers. Jake shows that he hates school by picking fights with other boys. We will now make the paragraph outline. Yep, we will use the same topic sentence and create a clincher sentence. Note that I will make a change to each of the sentences. Title and reading time. Here we go. Somewhere else. Jake hates school. He gives the teachers extra trouble. He smokes cigarettes in the bathroom. He does not study for his quizzes or tests. He disrespects the teachers. He picks fights with other boys. He would rather be somewhere else. This paragraph outline and paragraph answered the question, how does Jake show that he hates school? We now finish with the last paragraph outline and paragraph. We have completed 6 different paragraph outlines. Did you notice that all of them are different? Yes, all of them have the same topic sentence. Each question brings out a different perspective about Jake's hating of school. One last idea. How about making a paragraph outline using all 6 questions? To save time, we will pick one idea from each of the paragraph outlines already done. So this paragraph outline will actually have 6 supporting details rather than 5. Oops! In a previous lesson, I had said that all my paragraphs will be 7 sentences long. This will be my only exception, and that is because there are 6 question words. Here we go. Jake hates school. After school sports are always canceled. That's the why answer. He is constantly teased by other children. That's the when. Mrs. Young gives way too much homework. That's the who. He hates English and math class. That's the what. He hates flag raising activities. That's the where. He disrespects teachers. That's the how. He plans to quit school after this semester. The clincher sentence. One comment before I read. Yes, we must read. The comment. I picked D from each of the previous paragraph outlines to become my supporting details for this last paragraph outline. Let me read. Planning to quit. Jake hates school. After school sports are always canceled. He is constantly teased by other children. Mrs. Young gives way too much homework. He hates English and math classes. He hates flag raising activities. He disrespects teachers. He plans to quit school after this semester. Hey, it didn't sound so bad. And there you have it. This was the 5 W's 1H strategy. I hope you understand the strategy. You will see more of this strategy in further practice lessons.